All right, let's get right into it. You're a pro at your trade, fixing, installing, serving your customers. But let's be real, you probably didn't get into business to become a full-time marketing expert. So this is your no-nonsense guide to cutting through all the noise. We're going to lay out the exact framework for how to win at marketing without, just bleeding cash.
And this right here, this is the one truth that every single successful home service owner runs into eventually. It stops being about your skills or your team, and it starts being about getting enough of the right jobs on the schedule. That is the exact problem we are here to solve today.
The million-dollar question, isn't it? Do you try to do it all yourself? Do you hire an agency? Bring somebody in-house? The wrong answer here is seriously expensive. But the right answer, well, that's what unlocks your next big level of growth.
And we've got a super clear path to get you that answer. First, we'll cover the core principle behind every decision. Then, a reality check on budgets. We'll map out your ideal team, give you a step-by-step playbook based on your revenue, and finally, show you the only numbers you should actually be paying attention to. Okay, let's start with the big idea. I want you to forget all the complicated marketing fluff you've ever heard. For a business like yours, every single decision to get help, whether it's a person or an agency, boils down to just 3 simple reasons.
That is it. Speed, skill, or scale. Seriously, if a potential hire or agency doesn't solve one of these 3 problems for you, it's a distraction, not a solution. Need to get a new service launched ASAP? That's speed. Need someone who actually understands the dark arts of Google Ads? That's skill. Are you drowning in more leads than your team can handle? That's a scale problem. Every choice has to pass through this filter.
So, here's the secret sauce. The winning play isn't choosing just one of these paths, it's building what we call a hybrid model. It's a team effort. You keep the authentic, boots-on-the-ground stuff in-house, you hire a specialized agency for the deep technical skill, and you use AI to get lightning-fast efficiency. That combo, in-house plus agency plus AI, is how you get big wins without taking on huge risks.
All right, let's talk money. And I don't mean theory. I mean the actual real-world numbers that will keep your business growing without breaking the bank.
What's great about this is it ties your spending directly to your goals. Are you just looking to keep things steady, keep the schedule full? That's maintain mode. You're spending about 7 to 9% of your revenue. Got open capacity on the trucks and you're ready to really hit the gas? You're in growth mode. That's 10 to 15%. And if you're launching in a whole new town, that's a new market sprint, a short-term aggressive push at 16 to 20%. It's simple, it's clear, and you know exactly what you're trying to achieve.
Now listen up, because this is a trap that gets so many business owners. You think, okay, I can afford a $60,000 salary, but you forget about everything else that comes with it. Benefits, payroll taxes, new software, training. Suddenly, that $60,000 employee is actually costing you closer to 80, maybe even 90 grand.
So here's the dead simple rule of thumb you need to remember. Whatever the base salary is, just multiply it by 1.3 to 1.5. That's the real number. That's the fully loaded cost. Knowing this one little piece of math will save you from completely wrecking your budget.
Okay, so we know the why and we know the how much. Now let's get practical and map out the who. Who actually does what to get the biggest impact from this hybrid model? This map right here is your game plan. See the stuff on the left? You keep that in-house. Why? Because it's all about authenticity. No one can capture your daily job site photos better than your own team. But the stuff on the right, that's the deep technical skill. You hire an agency for Google Ads or technical SEO because they live and breathe that stuff all day. And then in the middle, that's where the synergy happens. For reviews, for example, your AI can send the request, your tech can ask in person, and your agency can track the results. Everybody plays their position.
All right, this is probably my favorite part, because this is where it all comes together. This is your actionable roadmap. We're going to walk through the exact moves you should be making, tied directly to how big your business is right now.
When you're in that startup phase, from 0 to about $500,000, you have to be scrappy. Your whole world is these 4 things: a clean professional website, a perfectly optimized Google business profile, a system, a machine for getting reviews on every single job, and using AI so that when you miss a call, a text immediately goes out. You have to master these basics first. Everything else gets built on this foundation. Okay, so you've nailed stage 1. Your foundation is solid. Now you have earned the right to spend money driving traffic. This is when you bring in the experts. You hire that specialist agency for Google Ads and SEO, because that's a game of skill you don't have time to master. But you keep your social media in-house, where your authentic voice is your superpower. And you start demanding real reports, not clicks, but cost per lead, and more importantly, your booking rate. This is your first real step towards scaling up.
So now, things are really humming along. Your agency is driving leads, business is good. It's time to pour some fuel on that fire by making your first key in-house marketing hire, a dedicated social media and content person. Their job is to capture all the amazing work your team does in the field and turn it into real, authentic content. Short videos, email newsletters. You keep the super technical stuff like Google Ads with your agency, but now you're building your own content machine to support everything they do.
Once you're past that $3 million mark, you're graduating from a bunch of tactics to a professional system. Your content person is crushing it. Now you bring in a marketing manager to be the quarterback, the one who manages the agency, the content creator, the budget, all of it. This is when you can confidently scale up your ad spend, automate all your follow-ups, and really build out your in-house marketing department into a true growth engine for the business. So, you've got the team, you've got the strategy. But how do you actually know if it's working, if you're winning? It's time to look at the real scoreboard and totally ignore the vanity metrics that don't pay the bills. These are the numbers that actually matter. What's your cost per booked job, not just your cost per lead? What's your booking rate from Google versus from Facebook? And look at this one, first response time. In this industry, if you're not getting back to someone in under 60 seconds, you've already lost that job to a competitor. Speed wins, period. You track these numbers every single month, and you'll know exactly how your marketing is performing.
And look, if you forget everything else we talked about, just burn this into your brain. This is the ultimate formula. The only 3 ways to grow your business are to increase your lead volume, improve your conversion rate, or protect your margin. That's it. Everything we just discussed, the team, the budget, the metrics, it's all designed to serve this one simple formula. Everything else is just noise.
So there you have it. The whole playbook is laid out right in front of you. Your competition, they're probably going to watch stuff just like this and get paralyzed. They'll overthink it and they'll do nothing. But you have a clear stage-by-stage plan. So the only question left is, what's your next move going to be?